This is a gated community, so please get off of my property. Thank you, Beyond Drake, for getting me hip to this song. It's kind of dope. But that's not why we're here, okay? If you want to listen to a song, go to a club. But you guys are underage, so you can't get in. Womp womp. Sucks for you. Okay, so what we're doing today, we're learning about experiments. We're learning about scientific thinking. Okay, that's actually what we're going to study for the next week, maybe a week and a half, depending on how long it takes us to get through it. But it's okay because we need to learn the information. It's not about memorizing. It's not about just doing really cool stuff. It's about learning, okay? So the definition of an experiment is to try something new or test a theory, okay? So say it with me one more time. To try something new or to test an experiment or to test a theory. Try something new or test a theory. I said try something new or test a theory. I said try something new or test a theory. I said try something new or test a theory. Try something new or test a theory. Try something new or test a theory. Okay? But what is a theory? Well, you have to know what that is. A theory is basically an idea to explain something. Okay? So let's say, why does Taviante act up in class? I think I know. Taviante acts up in class because he's bored. Okay, now I need an experiment about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make class not boring for Taviante. Okay? So I have this theory, then I have an experiment to test that theory. So what do? I try to give Taviante something really fun to do and see if he still acts up in class. If Taviante acts up in class, then my theory was wrong. But that was my experiment. Okay? So you could test a theory or you could try something new. Let's say I've never had, and this is true, I've never had a Twinkie. Okay? Because I think they're just really gross. So if I were to have a Twinkie for the first time, I would be experimenting with Twinkies because I never had one before. If you've never been on a plane, the first time you get on a plane, you can call that experimenting with a plane because you've never done it before. Okay? So there's experimenting and there's a theory. Two important terms we need to know. An experiment is to try something new or test a theory. We said try something new or test a theory. Try something new or test a theory. Try something new or test a theory. Okay, and then a theory is basically an idea to explain something. So an idea to explain something. An idea to explain something. An idea to explain something. Okay? Now, we got all that out the way. The first thing we need to do today is our bell ringer, which is around here somewhere. Okay? Voila, magic. So, here's our bell ringer. Read it. I don't know where to hold this at so you can see. We're just going to think you can see it right there. Okay? Okay, the bell ringer reads, which of the following qualities or features is not commonly used in both daily life and scientific work? Okay? Which of the following qualities or features is not commonly used in both daily life and scientific work? Okay? The first one is openness. Openness is very general. It's just being open. You know, being able to communicate with other people in different places, being open. Okay? The next one is logic. Logic is something that we're going to study tomorrow, but just an idea. Logic is the ability to think correctly. Okay? If you think that the sun's not going to rise tomorrow, that's not logical because it rose yesterday and for every day before that. Duh. Then you have variance. Variance is a mathematical calculation. Okay? You would know that, so I just told you. Wink, wink. And then there's creativity. We all know what creativity is. It's the ability to be creative. Okay? So the question is, which one of these would not be used in daily life and scientific thought? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Okay, so let's go through process of elimination. Okay? Scientists have to be creative to come up with different solutions, different problems, to find an experiment or to find a theory to test. You have to be very creative. Openness. Openness is very, very important. You have to be open about your findings. You have to be open to the possibilities. And logic. If you can't think logically, you're screwed as a scientist. Okay? Variance. Variance is very specific, so it's not always used in science. Let's think about your daily life. You have to be open. You have to talk to people. If you don't talk to people, you're going to be lame. You're going to be a loner. Okay? So you have to be open. You have to be logical. Okay? Logic is very important when it comes to your daily life because you have friends. You have to think reasonably with them. Okay? You have to. Simple. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. And then creativity, you have to be creative. Okay? If you're not going to be creative, you're just going to die out, cease to exist. Okay? Everybody's creative. You just have to learn how to use your creativity. Okay? So the only one that will not work is this one right here. C. Variance. C for Crowder, as in Eric Crowder. That will not work. Or Shayla Chatham's. Chatham's Crowder. Dun dun dun. That will not work. Okay. So now we got the bell ringer out the way. I'm going to come around and collect your bell ringers, okay? Please make sure you have the correct answer, which is C, and you have the reason why you chose that, okay? It can either be process of elimination. It can be the reason why, just why C is the correct answer. However you want to do it, you do it, but I'm about to collect that very shortly. Okay? And next thing we're about to do, we're about to move on to our definitions. It's now 5:36 a.m. So, next thing we're about to do, like I say, is our definitions. So, there are sheets in the front of the room that we all use, that we were trying to use yesterday to come up with our definitions for our terms. So what I want to do, I'm going to pass out eventually, so just give it a second. Actually, I want one of you guys. Just one, get up, get the vocab sheets at the front of the room, definition sheets, pass them out. There are about 24 words on that sheet, okay? I want you to write 20 of them, okay? So out of the 24, I want you to write 20 of them. So you have to pick 4 that you don't think are important, or maybe 4 that you already know the definition to, okay? But I need you to write all the other 20. And you're going to have 20 minutes to do that. So if you need a little help, 20 definitions in 20 minutes means that you have to do 1 a minute. Can you do that? Of course you can. It's going to take you buckling down, not talking, not walking around, make sure your pencil is sharpened. It's going to take you actually concentrating. But I think you can do it because you are smart, very, very smart students. Okay? So I'm giving you 20 minutes. Somebody should be passing those around right now. For some students that have exceptions, we're going to make sure that we get to give you the words that you need to know. But, hey, we'll do that when we get there. So, that's what we're going to do. After that, we're going to listen to this dope song by this guy named Murs. It's really low-key, but he has a song all about science, about why our society is such a mess. You know what I'm saying? Why Chief Keef is like popular music and all he talks about is drugs, sex, and money. Dead. Or why we depend on a welfare system. Okay? So he's talking about why our society is such a mess, which is a science. Okay? He does an experiment in his rap, and it's dope. Okay? So we're going to do that. And then towards the end of class, if we get there, we're going to dive headfirst into our own kind of social experiment with class. Okay? Because I think that the reason why everybody wears blue to school is because it's your favorite color. What do you think? We're going to find out. So let's get back to my jam. Yeah.